Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Instacart Scam Exposed. So on a live stream that I did with my live streaming partner Budsoda, which we hold on Thursdays at 9 p.m., we ended up going over the content of a social media post that has kind of been making the rounds. And in this particular case, an Instacart scam actually got exposed, which is unusual to say the least. Well, I don't know if unusual is the word, but honestly, it is embarrassing, and I did want to present it. I think a lot of people should be aware of this happening. So in this video, we are presenting a clip from the Gone Wyld live stream, what ridiculous thing customers are doing, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over is very market to market and case by case, and what applies to me in my market or Budsoda's market or even any of the markets of our live stream audience may not apply to you. So with that said, enjoy the clip. Speaking of shop and deliver orders, there has been a scam that has been going around on the Instacart platform, and it has been pretty detrimental to a lot of quality gig workers. And what is that scam? The Instacart Damaged Item Scam. So the idea of the damaged item scam is actually pretty simple. You get an order, you place an order on Instacart, and you do whatever you can to the actual item in order to damage it just enough to make it look broken, but not enough to where you can't re-repair it and then use the item again later. So let me show you one of the Instacart drivers post on this. What's dumb is that I stood this item straight up in the box when I dropped it off. The spray nozzle was perfectly fine, and if it wasn't, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed. Customers do the dumbest ish to get refunds, especially when they put a baggie over it and stage the plastic lid as if it's exploded off the nozzle. What does he mean by that? Take a look at that. Do you know how special you need to be in order to try to make this look worse than it is?
Yeah. So
Like, what?
yeah. So these come with seals on them. They said they were sealed. They commented in the comments further. They gave a
Yeah,
little
I
more
think that's
detail.
the
And
seal right there in between the two
yeah,
bottles.
yeah, those were the caps that originally came on it and had a little plastic seal around it. And the nozzle was not like that. So even if like that's cracked in case it's like still got that seal on it. It's still got that other plastic seal. So this nozzle right here, if you guys can see it on your screen, it's just like a tiny, tiny bit popped up. So basically what the customer did was just pop it off a little bit and set it on as if it exploded. But in reality, you set that back down on there and just spray it on the pan. It's going to be back down insecure. And it's very usable. Avocado spray, that stuff ain't cheap. Even the Aldi price, it's like $6, I think. So
Yeah.
if they're buying it from a normal store, it's probably like 10 plus. And they often do this with expensive items, try to make it look damaged. I had one where they said one of the meat packs came open and they wanted a refund over it. And it's like you're buying expensive steak. And it was like, I think it was a T-bone actually. So the bone poked through the freaking plastic and they just got free steak because of it. Like you're probably cooking it that night. And even if you weren't, like, okay, the plastic's thin as hell in those packages. Just put it in a normal freezer bag or wrap it in
Right.
foil, do something. But
Right.
nope. I've had that happen to where I got up to the front and it started tearing through, and I had to have him go rewrap it. And this is one he made fresh for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of the meat, though, this was in the
dude.
comment section of that. Had a customer say I bought spoiled meat 2 weeks after delivery.
Well, yeah, if it's just been in your fridge, it's gonna frickin' spoil. Like fresh meat, if you just keep it in the fridge, you should use it up in like 3 days, 4 days max.
Mm-hmm.
Like unless you got a big cooler and it's in like sealed packaging. I'm not talking about the cheap packaging that the store puts it in. So, nah. That's just an obvious scam. And if they waited that long to use it, why the heck do you let that happen, Instacart? 72 hours max on the spoiled food there. If it's a
It shouldn't
perishable
have
item
been
like produce or
like. I think that's even being too generous. 24 tops.
yeah,
Like, I don't 72. Like, you're giving them 3 days to find something. That's a problem.
yeah.
Really? I
I
don't
have
know about that, man.
I have people that can't pick, you know, stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the grapes he got me, for example, weren't the greatest. He just picked the one on the top instead of say, "Hey, look in the box below it." I know he didn't do that, but the
Mm-hmm.
strawberries were great, so I wasn't complaining about that. But I think I just lucked out and they were all fresh. Um, yeah, they customers are always going to try and scam to get the refunds. Yeah, there's just people who do that, and if you actually care about that stupid pro shopper metric, I've had people do that. So this customer wasn't answering me on substitutes. Whatever they couldn't get refunded for wrong item or incorrect item, whatever, they put as damaged. I know nothing in there was damaged.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they had a cold item. They had one thing of ice cream. I got the correct thing of ice cream, so I put the whole thing in my cooler bag. There's no way any of those candy bars or anything melted. Ugh, I was not
Right.
happy with that. They were just trying to get a freebie because Dollar General almost never has exactly what you ask for, but they have
Mm-hmm.
a version of it. Like, okay, you wanted Three Musketeers. They got some form of it. I'm getting you, especially if it's like the cheap $1.50 or $2 packaging.
Yeah.
And because they almost never have it, the checkout version.
Yeah.
Or if for whatever reason they're out of the regular one, they'll have the checkout version. So I have to go get that one.
Oh my
So
god.
weird. I don't know why that works like that. But every Dollar General I've ever been to is like that. It's very rare they're actually fully stocked with everything you wanted, especially
Mm-hmm.
when people are binging on candy. Like whoever makes their gummies lately, they haven't had a good stocking. Their
Yeah. Right.
stock's been horrible. As far as Aldi, hit or miss whether the item's just out. They were out of like French onion dip for almost 2 weeks. It's like, luckily all those people agreed to sour cream, but like it's still like if I want French onion dip with my chips, I want French onion dip. Because they have no other version but the hell of a good. They don't have their own version.
Yeah, you could always make your own French onion dip, but even still.
Oh yeah. You know people want it because of convenience though.
Yeah, right. By the way, make sure you join us for the Driven Wyld live stream, and you could be part of the conversation too. We're looking forward to seeing you there.
Driven was the only way, but must. Take it back, we're looking back.